Vinny Pazienza, the Pazmanian Devil, the Pazian Fruit, the Paz Dispenser, Paz de Sauce. Alright, I'll stop. Bleed for This stars Miles Teller as Vinny Pazienza, a champion boxer who winds up in a car crash in which his spine is broken. As a result of this, he gets halo surgery where a steel brace is screwed into his skull for several months. Doctors told him he may never walk again, but nearly a year later, he fights in the ring for what may be the last time. Sounds ridiculous? Well, that's because it is, but it's also true. Yeah, this is a real story and it all happened to the actual Vinny Pazienza. I kinda knew the basic premise of the story, so then when it popped up with based on a true story, I was like, hang on, what? Let's start with the positive, and I'm not gonna lie, one of the only positives. The acting in this film is excellent. Just look at the supporting cast: Ciaran, Hinds, Eckhart, Ted Levine, Katie Segal. That is a grade A cast of character actors, and usually at this point I would single somebody out as an example, but honestly, they all suit their roles brilliantly. Ciaran Hinds as Paz's dad is all discount 80s Miami Vice bling, and he looks like something out of a Grand Theft Auto loading screen. It's a character that could easily dominate the screen, but it's testament to Hinds' acting ability that it was actually quite restrained, and it was utterly believable both as a fighter's hype man and as a man's father. I didn't even recognise Eckhart for a few seconds. He's put on a bit of weight, he's shaved his head, and he seems to have genuinely altered his bone structure to play Paz's trainer, Kevin Rooney. He has a huge amount of genuine chemistry with Miles Teller, which is good as they spend most of the movie together. In fact, Teller's first film role was in a movie called Rabbit Hole, which Eckhart starred in, so having that past together obviously doesn't hurt when portraying these characters as close friends. Miles Teller himself is an actor that's a bit hit or miss with most people. I mean, I honestly quite like him, but I can see why others may not. This is a role though that genuinely suits him down to a T. His swagger, his brashness suits playing a boxer, and the fact that his face has its own scars and broken nose only adds to the image. Fun fact, Teller's scars are from his own near fatal car crash, so was this a role that was meant to be? The role does seem to be made tailor-made for him. You can tell that he's put a lot of effort into the physical transformation and the mimicking of the real Pazienza. Still waiting for a biopic with Teller as Elvis. That would be all kinds of yes. Make sure you stick around for the end credits as it shows some footage of the real people, and you can see that the actors have done some spot on impersonations. And now for the bad, aka just about everything else. Being a boxing movie, it does follow a very set, proven structure, but even when you know what's inevitably going to happen, you still need to be rooting for the hero, otherwise there's no engagement from the audience. And in Bleed for This, they didn't take any time to establish a connection to the character of Vinny, so even when he's half man, half scaffolding for most of the movie, I just didn't care about how things would turn out. The tone of the movie is a bit wonky too. You'd think it would be all serious, but there's a few weird moments that I guess are supposed to add some levity to the film, but they're so random. As an example, there's a moment where Vinny's walking to a fight, and it's the classic line of people walk in slow motion while pounding music plays in the background. But then, out of nowhere, the woman to his left just takes a dive and goes head over heels. Why? No idea. It adds absolutely nothing to the moment. It was never established that she's a bit ditzy or whatever, and the other characters don't even acknowledge it. There is no need for it. And it wasn't even funny. Eckhart's character is introduced as a heavy drinking, couldn't care less kind of guy, and is in fact quite open about how he doesn't want to train Vinny. But then in the very next scene, the two of them are having a great time blasting through 80s Rocky montages. Like, why? It's just choppy things like this that make me feel like the script needed a bit more refinement, or at least a bit more focus. I think this is going to be quite a divisive film. I've seen a very mixed reaction to this, some loving it and some saying worse about it than I, but if I'm being honest, I was quite bored for a large portion of it. It was just never exciting. Even with the fight scenes, something about them was off. It lacked any punch or real sense of danger. It's an interesting, unique story that somehow comes off as dull. The only thing that saves it is the acting, which, to be fair, is really good. Bleed for This? I'm not even sure I recommend you pay for this. Not that I'm advocating piracy or anything like that. Or am I? I'm giving Bleed for This 2 doubloons. Thanks so much for watching my review of Bleed for This. If you liked it, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and let me know in the comments below what you thought of the film. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. So again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.